It was a cold Tuesday morning when Daniel, a single father of two, stopped at the red light on Oak Ridge Avenue. The kind of morning that seeps into your bones and makes you wish you had nowhere to be. His girls were at school, and he had just dropped off a job application at a local hardware store, one of many that week. He gripped the steering wheel tighter, feeling the sting of anxiety creep up again. That's when he saw her. She couldn't have been more than 20, standing at the corner in a thin, oversized hoodie. Her arms wrapped around herself like she was trying to disappear. She held a cardboard sign, but it was hanging loosely in her grip. The words, scrawled in fading black marker, were barely legible, "Too weak to beg." Something about that hit Daniel hard. Maybe it was the honesty. The surrender in those 4 words. She didn't even look up, like she'd already given up on being seen. The light turned green. He drove half a block before he pulled over and parked. "Dad, what are you doing?" he imagined his daughters asking. His heart answered for him, "Doing what I hope someone would do for you if you were ever in her shoes." He walked back. "Hey," he said gently. She flinched. "You okay?" She nodded, barely. "You hungry?" This time, a pause, and then the slightest shake of the head, almost ashamed. "You look cold." She looked up. Her eyes were sunken and red. "I haven't eaten since yesterday morning," she whispered. Daniel handed her the warm sandwich he had packed for himself and the bottled water from his truck. She took them with trembling hands, whispering, "Thank you. Do you have somewhere safe to go?" She hesitated. "I was staying in a car. But it got towed yesterday." "Whose car?" She hesitated again. "Mine." "Well, my boyfriend's." He left. Took the keys. There was silence. Daniel looked around, unsure of his next move. Then she added, "But I think I left something in the trunk. I've been trying to find it." Without quite knowing why, Daniel offered to help her. Together, they walked to the impound lot. He paid the fee with the last $100 in his wallet, money he had saved for groceries and gas. The trunk was jammed, but eventually the attendant popped it open. Inside was a small box. She grabbed it like it was life itself. Daniel peered inside. A tiny stuffed elephant. A folded blanket. A bottle. A baby onesie. Daniel's breath caught. "You have a baby?" he asked softly. Tears filled her eyes. "I did. I do. She's in foster care right now. I want to get her back. But I need to be clean, need to have a job, a place to stay. That box, it's all I have left of her." Daniel stood in stunned silence, the weight of it settling deep in his chest. He saw flashes of his own daughters, how he held them when they were sick, how they clung to him when they had nightmares. He remembered how scared he was the day their mother walked out, leaving him with nothing but questions and responsibility. This girl, this stranger, she wasn't just a case. She was a parent, too. Struggling. Failing. Trying. He cleared his throat. "I've got a small guest room. It's nothing fancy, but it's warm. You can stay until you get on your feet." Her eyes widened. "Why would you do that for me?" Daniel thought about it. Then said, "Because someone once did it for me. And because I see how much you love your child. That matters." She nodded slowly, tears falling freely now. Over the next few weeks, Daniel helped her get into a recovery program, taught her how to budget, and even asked a friend at the diner to give her a shot. She worked hard, fiercely, like someone trying to earn back the pieces of a shattered life. Daniel watched the change in her, but more importantly, his daughters watched too. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, his youngest daughter asked, "Daddy, why did you help Miss Kayla?" He smiled gently. "Because sometimes, the right thing to do isn't the easiest." But it's what makes us human. 6 months later, Kayla stood in court with Daniel by her side as a character witness. She trembled as the judge ruled in her favor for supervised visits with her daughter. Daniel squeezed her hand. She was shaking, but smiling. That night, Kayla held her baby for the first time in almost a year. And Daniel? He stood in the corner of the room, tears in his eyes, realizing something powerful. Sometimes, the people we think we're helping end up helping us even more. He had been so focused on surviving for his own kids, he had forgotten the strength that came from kindness. From giving, not just providing. What he found in that trunk wasn't just a box of baby clothes. It was a reminder that compassion has the power to rebuild a life. And in a world growing colder by the day, being warm, being human, might just be the bravest thing we can do.